What's going on, y'all? This is Dave. I want to keep up with these days, but the COVID broke out last Monday, so day 8 of the outbreak of the virus. I've been ranting and lamenting about things the past day or so, and my main stance is, although we should be careful and take necessary precautions, not to go in a panic and live in terror, and take care of those that need to be taken care of as much as we possibly can, but don't run up in an uproar and a frenzy. But the one thing I'm noticing right now is people are starting to give positive COVID-19 diagnosis the same stigma as if a person is diagnosed with an STD, like HIV, herpes, or what have you. And I think that shit is just wrong, man. Y'all motherfuckers is going too far. That shit is wrong, dude. A sexually transmitted disease, for the most part, you have absolute control over it. I mean, if you just take out sex in general, let's not even talk about condoms and prophylactics or what have you. If you don't have sex at all, unless you were born with a STD, it is impossible to catch a disease. COVID-19, the only thing you can pretty much do to avoid it, you can minimize it, but if you're going to catch it, you're going to catch it. It's a microscopic, airborne organism that's transported through breathing, being in close contact with people. That's not the same thing as an STD. Y'all dumbass motherfuckers need to stop that shit. Like they said, I'm like Idris Elba. Oh, Idris Elba got it. Oh my God. He been doing something. Like, what the fuck is, what has he been doing? Living? Just being around human beings? Can we stop the stupidity, please, man? Like, can we please stop? If it turns out that you have it, I have it, well, we probably all have it. But if it turns out that somebody has it, don't feel ashamed like you was fucking some crack whore in a back alley doing some shit you shouldn't have been doing with no condom, and all of a sudden you got caught up and now you're embarrassed. Coming down with the COVID, it's not nothing to be embarrassed about. The shit is everywhere. I think it's a biological weapon, but it's a biological pandemic that's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? That somebody experimented and put out there. And if you're going to catch it, you're going to catch it. It's not highly lethal. Most people don't die. Yes, there are some exceptions. But in the age of social media, of course, any small death, any one thing that happens is going to be magnified times 1 million. So 7,000 seems like a lot when you got 1 billion people with cell phones sharing that information. I think my boy Taylor Great was saying years ago, I hope way more people died from like the Spanish flu or something. I forget exactly which flu it was, and they didn't shut down the United States because of that shit. You know, social media has a lot to do with how we respond and react to things, and it has its benefits and it has its drawbacks. The benefit is, if something is about to pop off, I feel like it's good to hop on that shit very early before it balloons into something spectacular. But on the flip side, if it's really not that serious of a situation, you dig, then it's like there's no need to blow things out of proportion and cause hysteria and terror and fear. You need a nice balance in between. But let's stop giving the COVID-19 this you call HIV stigma. This is fucking stupid, man. It's just like if you caught a cold or if you caught the flu, you know what I'm saying, or what have you, you're not gonna act like, oh shit, this nigga caught the sniffles, man. He must have been fucking some bad pussy. Like, come on, man. It's a biological issue that's out there in the atmosphere that we pretty much can't stop And the only thing we can do is try to be as sanitary as possible, which is something that we should be doing anyway, not just because a pandemic is going around, but we should be taking care of ourselves and being sanitary, just in general, because this is something that we should have been taught since we were like 4 years old. But if it comes up that you got it, two things. A, don't feel ashamed. Just keep yourself quarantined so you don't spread it to nobody else. Keep your fluids high. Keep your temperature high, too. I heard a high temperature is good for us. See, I share solutions. I don't just share fear and being scared and oh, my God, that's not me. I'm sharing solutions. Keep the temperature high in your nose. Keep your fluids high. Keep yourself isolated and keep yourself clean. Give yourself about 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? If you can't pay your credit cards and things of that nature, the whole world knows that we're going through a crisis right now. They will be understanding, and there are people that you can call and hop on 211. I'm sorry, dial 211, and there are people that you can call to help you out in your situation, man. This is just something we're going to have to deal strong for like about 2 weeks, possibly a month, but we just got to all come together and help each other out. But spreading fear and I'm scared and all this shit, that's not helping each other out at all. That's not helping each other out. Right, he said he gonna stop it in like a few weeks, and that video that I shared, they say, you know what I'm saying, start inhaling like steam and shit like that. That can help you as well. The virus is weak to it. So, listen, man. You know, we all coming together. We should all just help each other. Spreading fear and terror and just being scared, that does not help. And just because I say don't be afraid and have all this terror and shit like that, it doesn't mean I'm being insensitive to people that are suffering from it. I'm saying let's fight this motherfucker and let's be more vigilant and let's not act like pussies and afraid as bitches. Because we have strong immune systems and we're strong people and we can come together. Yes, there's going to be some casualties of war. There are people with underlying conditions, you know, they're going to be more susceptible. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But let's try our best to monitor these individuals and take care of each other, you know? Let's just try to take care of each other as much as we can and not live in fear, you know. Take care of our loved ones. If you suspect that you have it, stay in the house. Or if you got to go out, wear masks to protect other people. Try to stay away from the elderly as much as you can. You know, if you think that you have it, if you're at risk. And just monitor your loved ones. That's all you can do. Instead of like, motherfuckers want to just act like an ostrich, just put your head in the sand and just hope everything go away. Like, no, we gotta fight this motherfucker head on, man. But that's pretty much all I had to say. I'm just trying to be encouraging to y'all. I'm not on no pessimistic down shit. I speak harsh, but I don't mean nothing negative about it because, you know, I would rather spread positivity in a harsh drill sergeant-like form than act like a fucking pussy bitch that's a fucking afraid and thinking the whole world is crashing and thinking that if you got a diagnosis, you got AIDS. It's not the same shit. Stop. I'm out. Hashtag everybody need more green. Peace.